Picture this. While Tesla's grabbing headlines with electric trucks and Toyota's pushing hybrids, there's this 75-year-old Indian truck maker that just dropped something nobody saw coming. Ashok Leyland. You've probably never heard of them. But in India, they're massive. They've built millions of buses and trucks that haul goods across some of the roughest roads on Earth. And now they've launched the Sathi, a tiny diesel pickup, starting at just 6 lakh rupees, that's around $7,350. But here's the crazy part. This little truck can haul over 2,200 pounds, gets better mileage than competitors, and costs way less than anything else in its class. So today I'm breaking down the engine, the design, how it stacks up against rivals like Tata Ace, and whether this thing actually lives up to the hype. The giant you don't know. Let's rewind to 1948. India just got independence. The country needed trucks. Badly. A company called Ashok Motors started building them in Chennai. Then they partnered with Leyland Motors from Britain and became Ashok Leyland. Fast forward to today. Every third bus you see in India is theirs. They sell over 170,000 commercial vehicles a year. That's more than some American car makers sell in total. Their market share? Nearly 30%. They've got 9 factories. And while other companies chased the car market, Ashok Leyland stayed laser-focused on trucks and buses. They became the backbone of Indian transport. Highways, cities, villages, all running on their machines. But wait, this next part changes everything. Why build a mini truck? Here's the thing. Small businesses in India were stuck. Tata Ace and Mahindra Jeeto dominated the mini truck space. But both had limits. Lower load capacity, higher prices, and in a country where e-commerce is exploding and rural delivery is booming, people needed something better. Ashok Leyland saw it. They'd spent decades engineering heavy-duty trucks. So they asked, what if we shrink that tech down? Make it affordable, make it tougher, and make it for the guy delivering milk at 5 a.m. or hauling bricks to a construction site. That's how Sathi was born, not as a side project, but as a serious play for the small vehicle segment. And it gets crazier. The engine that delivers? Pop the hood. You'll find a 1.5-liter ADI 3-cylinder diesel engine. It cranks out 80 horsepower and 148 pound-feet of torque. Now those numbers might sound modest, but on Indian roads, potholes, steep hills, dusty highways, this engine holds up. Ashok Leyland designed it in-house. High-pressure fuel injection, advanced air intake. It doesn't overheat even when you're pushing it hard. The result? 20 to 23 kilometers per liter. That's roughly 47 to 54 miles per gallon. Compare that to Tata Ace's 40 to 45 mpg or Mahindra Jeeto's similar range. Sathi wins, plus it's BS6 Stage 2 compliant. That's India's strict emission standard, low smoke, low pollution. And here's the kicker. Because Ashok Leyland builds the engine themselves, service costs stay low. Oil changes last longer. Parts are everywhere, let me tell you this. That's huge for a small business owner watching every rupee. Built like a tank. First glance, it's compact, but look closer. High-strength steel body, full ladder frame chassis, the same type used on heavy trucks. It's not trying to be flashy, it's trying to survive. The cabin sits high enough for easy entry, but not so high that shorter drivers struggle. Inside, it's simple, no fancy screens. Just a clear dashboard with everything within reach. Comfortable seats, big windows for visibility. The load bed, designed to balance weight evenly. Thick tires with aggressive tread. Ground clearance hits 170 millimeters, about 6.7 inches, so it doesn't scrape on rough terrain. Suspension uses McPherson struts up front and leaf springs in the rear. Translation? Even fully loaded with 1,000 kilograms, over 2,200 pounds, it rides smooth. You thought that was big? Try this. Steering is light. Maneuvering through tight city streets feels effortless. It's like they shrunk a full-size truck without losing the tough DNA. The real competition? Let's talk rivals. Tata Ace hauls around 1,000 cases and 50 pounds max. Mahindra Jeeto, about 1,440 pounds. Sathi, over 2,200 pounds. More cargo per trip means more profit. Price-wise, Tata Ace starts around 7.8 lakh rupees, roughly $9,550. Mahindra Jeeto sits near 7 lakh, about $8,575. Sathi comes in at 6 to 6.5 lakh, $7,350 to $7,960. Cheaper and stronger. Mileage? We covered that. Sathi edges ahead. Build quality? Ashok Leyland's reputation speaks for itself. These trucks run for years. Tata and Mahindra are solid, don't get me wrong. But Sathi brings heavy-duty engineering to a small package. And what if I told you the service network matters just as much? Ashok Leyland has over 6,000 service points across India. Even in remote towns, you'll find parts and mechanics who know the brand. That peace of mind? Priceless for someone whose livelihood depends on their vehicle. Can it actually succeed? So here's where it gets wild. When Sathi launched, dealerships got flooded. Bookings hit waiting lists in multiple cities. Small business owners, delivery drivers, rural entrepreneurs, they all saw the value. Social media blew up with reviews. Autoblogs called it the perfect small business companion. Analysts started wondering if this could dethrone Tata Ace. Because think about it. Ashok Leyland didn't chase the EV hype. They didn't try to go premium. They looked at who actually moves India's economy. The milk vendor, the furniture hauler, the guy making 50 deliveries a day. And they built exactly what that person needed. Financing options made it easier. Low down payments, flexible installments. For someone earning daily wages, that's the difference between buying new or settling for a beat-up used truck. Will it dominate? Time will tell. But one thing's clear, Ashok Leyland just reminded everyone that sometimes the biggest innovation isn't the flashiest tech. It's understanding your customer better than anyone else.